How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing: always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Mullen, which was able to post up a green day. I know this is refreshing to see since the stock has been pulling back. It has continued to show lower lows and as well as lower highs. So the fact that it was able to show this green day, like I said, I know many people were excited to see it. But the next question is, can this momentum continue going into Thursday? What does it look like as we even get into Friday, as we get to the end of September? So I will be talking about that inside of this video, but I want to bring to your attention, if you're new to this channel, we do have timestamps down below inside the description because I do value your time. So what are we going to look at? We're going to be taking a look at the charts. We're going to be taking a look at the short interest information and also some key facts that I want to bring to your attention when we go over the final thoughts after those videos. So let's get into them right now.
So we're going to take a look at the chart from Mullen. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at 35 cents, being up 7.10%. On the low, it tested 31 cents, and then on the high, testing 37 cents. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 71.268 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 98.184 million shares. So we had below average volume on the day, and we saw some strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, one thing that we noticed, not only did Mullen pull off a green day, but seeing that high at 37 cents is definitely a great sign. You can see that we're holding support right above that 30-cent level. We also did hit a 52-week low on the day as well, but seeing that high at 37, we want to see Mullen now getting to that 9 EMA. I talked about this in the previous video, and that is around currently 40 cents. Yesterday, it was at 41 cents. So if Mullen can make that move going to 40 cents, then that would definitely be a good look. If he could use it as support, even better. Why is that better? Because then we could see it wanting to make a move to the 21 EMA, which is around 50 cents. But do keep in mind, we do have resistance here that would come in around 44 to 45 cents. Another problem that we have to take into consideration as well, the 9 EMA tends to be resistance for Mullen. So if we do get to 40 and we end up being rejected again, I could see us wanting to make another 52-week low in the near term. That is just my personal opinion. So as far as tomorrow is concerned, you want to see a higher low for Mullen. So if we can have a higher low, let's say around 32 cents on the dot, that would be a good look. If we end up making a lower low than we had for today, that's where we can test 30 cents right on the dot. So please keep that in mind. But aside from all of that, let's see the momentum continue going into Thursday for Mullen. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for Mullen. So scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at the recent filings for the 28th, we have ultra small cap pro fund investor class that purchased 214 shares. We also have TIAA CREF equity that purchased 197,369 shares, and we have small cap profound investor class that purchased 12 shares as well. Now, when we take a look at the short interest, the off exchange short volume ratio is at 40.58%, and then for the off exchange short volume, it is just over 23.67 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 5.4 million, updated 7 minutes ago. And then for the short ball fee rate, it is at 6.94%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 26th, it was at 48.16. And then for the close of the 27th, being at 40.58. So that is a significant decrease right there. And then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float, being at 13.93%, Mullen does continue to have short squeeze potential.
So for my final thoughts for Mullen when it comes to the price action. So we ended up making another 52-week low on the day. But one of the things that I want to bring to your attention, we did see a high at 37 cents. So why is this a good sign? We want to see a continuation. We want to see it break above that high. And what is the level you want to watch? It is right around the 9 EMA at 40 cents. In the previous video, it was at 41 cents. So if Mullen can make that move going to 40 cents, we know that there's going to be some bears that are going to be hanging out, so we need to have some buying pressure coming into the play. If it's able to break above 40 cents, the next area where we can start seeing some resistance will be in that mid 40 cent range. And we also can't forget that the 9 EMA does serve as resistance. It has been doing this for quite some time in the past. So you really want to see Mullen get to 40 and then gaining that momentum to get to that mid 40 range. And of course, you want to see Mullen getting to 50 cents to turn this trend around. If it is unable to do that and it continues to have rejections, I can see another 52-week low around the corner. What could that look like? It could start trading around 30 cents or even 28 cents. So please add that to your homework if you're looking at the charts. And as far as for the short interest information, Mullen does continue to have short squeeze potential. But like I've said in many videos, this play is heavily reliant on having a catalyst. This company is not consistently profitable whatsoever. They are still in their growth stages. We can already see that the CEO has been focused on growing the company, whether that be purchasing more assets and also acquiring companies. So with that said, this will have an impact on the stock price in the short term, but you guys have already noticed already. But as far as for my traders are concerned, if you are going to be playing off the momentum inside of this play, don't be buying near the highs. It's just not the smart thing to do. Look at those lows, buy the dips, and then you sell near the highs of the day. And if you're watching my videos, you should have a good idea of what that looks like. We know that Mullen has been trading in the low 30-cent range for quite some time. It's been showing a lot of consistency there. So that shows us that there is support. So the fact that it had a pop going to 37 cents, then you got to say to yourself, hey, if you didn't take profits, why didn't you? Right away, that's over a 10% gain alone. So again, don't just focus on the dollar amounts, take a look at the percentages. And for my swing traders out there, of course, you only want to be adding on the dips. And for my investors or people who are thinking about taking a position, you want to wait for the stock to form a base. I got questions about that in my previous video. What do you mean by waiting for it to form a base? You want to wait for it to show strong support at a particular area. And what we know so far, it is around the low 30-cent range. We have been seeing it holding around 31 cents, 32 cents, and so forth. So seeing that pop going to 37 should give you a good indication of what is going on. But of course, with the volatility that's inside of the markets, make sure that you're using the right risk management. This is very important before you even push the buy button. And I want to make sure you guys take that seriously too. And as far as for this week, I know it's been volatile, but do know that September is going to be ending on Friday. And going into the month of October, it could be very interesting for this play. We do have catalysts in regards to their tour, and we could have some more momentum coming in that could actually serve as sympathy for Mullen to see if it's going to pick back up, seeing investors coming into the markets as we get closer to the end of the year. But again, we have to continue to have that wait and see approach. I'll continue to keep you guys updated. I hope you enjoyed this video, and look out for the next video that's going to be coming out on Thursday. We'll talk soon.